Okay, so before I start this video, just take it into consideration that it's been about a couple years since I've last played this game. So take that how you want it. But yeah, basically all started when me and my sister were sitting on the couch, and she said, "I bet you I can beat you in murderers versus sheriffs." And I said, "No, you can't." And obviously she said yes. And a couple days later, it came to this. Me and my friends were ready to run some 2v2s, and we didn't know who to play against, so we asked my sister and her friend. So yeah, me and my friend basically just messed around in lobby for a bit while we waited for them. Then once we finally got into a game with them both, we chose Ariel, and I'm guessing they did too. So here's how the first game went. I checked top and then I flanked left to see if anybody was in the tunnel, and my sister and her friend. I popped a cap in her head, aka my sister's friend. And then we got absolutely clapped out somehow. I'm guessing this was because she was super confident, and then, as you can see, she kind of danced on us there a bit. So I shot her friend in the head. Or did I? After trying to brush off what the hell just happened there, my friend absolutely smoked her, and then we kind of peeked and tried to see where my sister went, but she was nowhere to be found until she killed my friend, and then I fucking smoked her in the head. Third game, I immediately ran to these barrels. I don't think anybody was peeking in tunnel. Well, that's what I was thinking. So I kind of just ran up. Then my friend back at where we were absolutely fucking smoked both of them. So now we were on to the fourth round. You can see I did a little dance there. I entered through the tunnel right away, and I saw nobody at first. So I ran back, and at this point, I was feeling pretty confident, but then my friend told me that my sister was behind something. I took out the easy target, and then I had to rush out. I took their side because based on my friend's comms, if he came from the front side and I came from the back, she would be flushed onto either one of our sides, and then we could take the kill. Yet, she's a spam jumper, even though she denies it every time I tell her that. Then the fifth game, I'm pretty sure. I can't really count, so yeah. I ran right into this little crevice. My friend was dealing with my sister at the middle, and I saw my sister's friend. She camped out there for a second. So I thought the best idea would be go into a hiding spot where neither of them hit me, because on the left side, if I were to go in that tunnel, she would kill me. But then she ended up coming from the top, and I rushed into the tunnel. And then my go-to friend absolutely spanked both of them. Sixth round or something, it all came down to this. Who would take the dub? I'm pretty sure that it would be us unless they made some crazy comeback. Somehow I didn't fucking hit her. She was in the same spot where she hacked and somehow made her head transparent so I couldn't shoot her. At this point, my friend had eliminated her friend, so I pushed up, and I absolutely ransacked that stupid bastard. Headshot, because I'm just like that. And then she made up some bullshit excuse. She went, "Oh, it's my friend's first time playing. We should 1v1, I'll clap you." Something along the lines of that. So we got into a 1v1. We picked Ridge. Well, I picked Prototype, of course, and then I switched to Ridge, I guess. I can't remember. I'm just voicing over from what I remember. "I'm not spam jumping her," bitch ass says as she absolutely spam jumps the shit out of me. Then I come around, try and get a flank on her, and she starts spam jumping, obviously. Evading every one of my bullets with her spam jumping Springbok looking. This pisses me off just watching it, but yeah, she did a little dance there, and I got really mad. There's a wild Mimi spam jumping at the top of the bridge. I don't spam jump! Since it's such a rainy day, the recording stopped. Long story short, we had to restart the 1v1 because our power went out. So obviously, for a start, I'm feeling awesome. It's between Prototype, Central, and Lodge, and of course she picks the worst one to play on. It's just a little game, basically, of who flanks first. Sister then takes the risky move to jump out of the closet and back behind the wall. Then she jumps back in the closet, and she peeks and goes back. She's basically just doing little nibble peeks, and then she comes around the corner, and I absolutely smoke her. Just kidding, I ran back to the closet. Now about here, I was pretty pressured because she was screaming something along the lines of, "You stupid peek the corner!" And I was yelling something along the lines of, "You stupid fat peek the corner or you're a stupid ass." Then about a minute later, I decided to come to my senses and peek the corner, and then I headshotted her. I started screaming slurs at her because I won and she was being cocky still. Second round, she came right around, tried to go in the closet, and I headshotted her again. Third round, I ran back into the closet, and then I ran over to her side. I manipulated and distracted her by saying, "You peek the corner." And then she said, "You peek the corner." I said, "You peek the corner." She said, "You peek the corner." So then at some point, I said, "You peek the corner," while I was running through this tunnel. At this point, I was still yelling, "Peek, peek, peek, peek the corner, peek the corner." And then I turned around and boom. Headshot once again because I'm the GOAT. Then at this point, she tried to manipulate me herself, and boom, it didn't work. And then she peeked the corner and somehow killed me because the game wasn't letting me shoot. Then this round, I immediately ran down the tunnel where I was pretty sure that she wouldn't come down, and then she killed me. This was the most unexpected part and most unpredictable thing she's ever done. Then I strafed and hugged this wall for a bit until she tried to fake me into thinking that she was over at the other side. Then I shot her in the leg, but it didn't work apparently. She was unfazed and she killed me anyways. At this point, it was a tie. I was pretty scared until, boom, clean-ass headshot. Anthony Davis with the fadeaway. Rejected. Then over here, she came around the same corner. I somehow shot the painting and she killed me. At this point, it was match point for the both of us. I ran through the tunnel and I was met with the scary option. Either peek, take my chances, and I did that anyway because I can't figure a different option. And I kept saying, "Peek out of the wall," and she said, "Where do you think I am?" And I said, "Behind the wall that you spawned at, where else?" So at this point, my manipulation was working, and she thought that I was around the other corner there. So then whenever she peeked out, she tried running over to where she thought I was, and I smoked her right in the head. Get clapped. GG's. I'm kidding, not GG's. Get clapped.